stories na ya o de egu from the amaye no. Na I think say enebe dominated by the Ballon d'Or. Then na yaba be share story ba kumienu bia megitumi say me wo interest ewumpa. Ya me sha said you free the Ballon d'Or awards na course so enrana. Clearly there were surprises, there were shocks, and at the same time the tensions were high. For quite some time now, I think so whenever we have the Ballon d'Or discussion, Anna Yebakudru. But I think the competition is taking different dynamics when it comes to Oma Wasa Omutimi Ekopre Edges and Wine and Yeberiasi and Neriasimunina Wonimbo. Because Osha last season, now I share Kwanya Rodri Efa so edge the Ballon d'Or. The tension are not a womb between Rodri and Vinicius Junior. A drew maybe no na I den Krampus will be able to say Vinicius in edge and a Rodri in edge until a faithful hour Real Madrid be me at TSS or Mon Travel yere. Enkupi mu award na say and the mo be adi to say Rodri in a bere. A Begisa award no. This time around, fancy. I think say Kopembe 6 p.m. Make sure say we nipa o cumulative vote no. Any players, any clubs now no be involved now. I think fans and we are seeing now no obia and they fully convinced say Ousmane Dembele and now say Lamine Yamal and they kwaji the Ballon d'Or on the scene now so. People were not even no be doing share down for that reason. But I think the beautiful aspect of it in how both of them sat, pressure better almost. Yeah, the camera to almost. You mentioned the name of Ousmane Dembele, say choosing say oh no, and we are seeing now where the best player. Fancy me, OGD say this is the biggest comeback story in the history of football for Ousmane Dembele. Baby, I know free, baby, or fire. Any baby and wababi jina ni pempenswa ujina idea. Fancy can a born now all bonnet dear and Kebetima can say football monokwadru ni pick years. They be answer all measure footballer be a pick years a chance if free the age of bear 26, adequate 27, 28, 29. Say Nyamiya na domna one day will honor to me to us or to me the rat 30, 31. Then free 31, 32 no. None your may baffle monkey tinkete by my phone be a so betting a crack to be so the timidity boom. But I think the realistic span of every football player in terms of the peak years, between 26 years to be 30. It is a player be performance, I say a move peja. Now after early disappointment, Nyoma to me and Koye, now between 25, 26, 27, 28, Nyoma Famana, I think say no quite one a day and no. But during the night now, you could share. And your money in Ousmane Dembele and making history after Jean-Pierre Papin. Because the last player now about the French league our team the Ballon d'Or. I was also France, then 1991 season and Jean-Pierre Papin. I know Jay, I know this scene now. So aside that, then Ousmane Dembele comes into this particular discussion. But fancy, I think we defy the odds for three things. The ATM makers will defy the odds for three things in a year. One, skin color as a black player. What team yakwako create the award? Akwako jimeba yama so. For no skin color as a black player. No so team Europe. Second, at the age of 18 years.
Yes.
Now what defines our odds because in recent years, say yediani and you compare kwechi. Akwako players almost skin color black. Team so Ballon d'Or anymore. It will take us as far as back as 1995. You konya George Oponria obeje the Ballon d'Or edisi na so as an African player no see akandema AC Milan was also free Liberia you no need the free one from 96 97 98 99 eba besim pempenso na yaba bedru no si enya obi white skin color European therefore for ya na South American for ya no ma be dominate no ma joma de esi omo na so. So you look at Eusebio in 65. So I'm talking about 1995 for the day ban. On the first, no match him. Say Ballon d'Or strictly for Europeans. But free bear 1998 or 95, about 96, one ban. I know be mu say kakra obi abetima be involved. Obi be involved no. John Oponwia still remains the only black player to have won the Ballon d'Or. Yes. Now Ousmane Dembele comes into this discussion as the second best player to have won the Ballon d'Or. What defines her also? Mike, they told me no. Me jitu me yense fancy. Adibia na tare French football who be no ani edi hu komo bia na ne wadane shebrenani. He has been the ultimate game changer for France football, especially for their league. Because in Koma Yedi, when was the last time a Ballon d'Or winner from the German Bundesliga? When was the last time a Ballon d'Or winner from the Italian Serie A? Maybe we can have an argument for Robert Lewandowski at some point in time. And in your more quiet FC Bayern, the number of goals or say, and no more crown almost had to create the Gerd Müller Award. Emma Lewandowski beje, but for the Italian Serie A, tactically it is one of the best leagues we Arsenal. Fancy a Ballon d'Or who production I did in the Amomo. And yet BNTL, it is because now the ultimate competition in the world, which is the Champions League, I'm talking about club competition in the world, which is the UEFA Champions League, the Italians are failing to dominate. And the France for now be saying what babeje. Oman Jenny Pro, almost had the treble. They be a mekase trouble no ye funny say bibi edafo but it is one particular thing ema odemu suronko ema achievement bi a wanya bia no edemu suronko and I think say eno ne ade baako a adane the face of it. Now anyone can believe that I can play the French league and win the best player of the year award.
Yeah, they say players league ne
farmers league ne free so.
Yeah, league ne ban ho obetimi
akọ yeah yi farmers league ne free so. And it gives Paris Saint-Germain the ultimate power too. Because you see on the Paris Saint-Germain already, people now man for kase bebre na Paris Saint-Germain this and a man for drink. They had an team free German Bundesliga copy of French league. Okobo Paris Saint-Germain Farmers League. Some money in Aswaka. Now you can play Paris Saint-Germain and win the Ballon d'Or. They told me answer. First, immediately me say French players na nkasa na omo abonten na dodo na feel say was go back to fie koji ani munyam no dodo na will take the or relish the opportunity to go back because I believe that Dibia Dembele ayo no days from Bremen Kopiemo Borussia Dortmund Kopiemo FC Barcelona the back to Paris Saint-Germain 50 million euros. People were even questioning say na papa Ben Krana was man Dembele about 50 million euros.
Yeah.
And fancy definitely he comes back home. Wabeji akonya and no more awards no more school credibility so local community nkura they came to enjoy be inspired about the story of Dembele. Ituya omobo Yakopa trophy de kra Lami Yama na the debut wa chini ade but I think he has stood tall in this particular discussion we are making today. Luis Enrique fancy what say one of the best coaches in the world say nay so did you make the 200 more. We remember him for a lot of things. One, we remember him for the treble he won with FC Barcelona, giving us one of the best attacking trios in world football. Messi, Luis Suarez, and Neymar dos Santos Jr. Then you look at another story from his part. Because over the 2014-2015, I fancy a season and I want to Ballon d'Or on the scene in Aso. Fast forward, what the Paris Saint-Germain team? Juma me 2 years a fancy na enya kono biem for some coaches because the GDS say it is a club of power play in the door should be. It is only obi koshemu and I said me koshemu players na be yimi to ase akonya. But he goes to the club, performs so well. What join the pieces together, bring players not the period in the 2 years away. An extraordinary group of players because Vitinha, one must so many unfounded stories with this Paris Saint-Germain team. It is here, as the best coach of the night. I'm so happy for him. Fancy, he deserves every bit of it. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha. Look at the stories surrounding some of these players. Then you look at Ousmane Dembele, because Vitinha, no, an outcast at Wolverhampton Wanderers. About the Premier League, I'm for so on Yadi Odimbo. Yinya no kwa manenko wakone na Porto hondum ba bia ba Luis Enrique and Luis Campos Martin as there yemfa akoda webra. So if Luis Campos should go into it, bring Vitinha, and then Vitinha the third best player in the world. Then what Ousmane Dembele oba no bia se yenye
na ne ho adwuma
so epra disciplinary issues because I remember say Ousmane Dembele ba PSG or benching some game because we late to training.
Couple of matches.
One man more. There were games of floppy and we in film Ashasi and we in film sir. Until Gonzalo striker Gonzalo Ramos. Ekonya ankle injury. Ano the Nigerian channel say first nine no try players be league kan yin be bobi. Marco Asensio be bobi. And San Osman Dembele be the opportunity about the first number 9. It players on where outcast. Luis Enrique team modi these players. Bako the third best player in the world. Bako the best player in the world.
So
first it coaching no.
So beginning is na Dembele feel say coach my bias or time on premise ma. And the whole resource no wanya no. And the whole resource na wanya no. Yeah. And the whole resource no wanya no. Polish what you might.
Of course.
Ebia on
and it comes in like when Luis Enrique dey Kylian Mbappe cut na dime. Video ni pia bonten say or chere Kylian Mbappe say ball na nyon kwa na abo. The famous statement of Luis Enrique abro be so PSG mu ni say Kylian Mbappe be ma 40 goals na so kwa be ya. But I prefer say one ka say boni say Kylian Mbappe ko. O say be na ya. But he prefers obia na ade o prefer. Say 4 players obia be ma 12 goals. O come on 48 goals. Then say one player ebe ma 40 goals at the end of the season. Ofanyere. And season equally and we saw Bakola the number of goals he scored. You the number of goals are Dembele say. You the number of goals are Desire do and you the number of goals Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. So yeah they share the ma Paris Saint-Germain. He is your ultimate poker of the game. One of the best coaches I've seen in this game. And fancy to turn Paris Saint-Germain into treble winners, to turn Ousmane Dembele into a Ballon d'Or winner. Fancy, this is something a brand draining to us. So even top coaches are happy or more. We are seeing now. A lot of them wouldn't have done what Luis Enrique, the Paris Saint-Germain in Dembele. You are true to history books in him. It will never change. It will never ever change. Lamine Yamal. I wish we were 18 years. Fancy to be second. If you are seeing that you got about Ballon Dor, who 18 years, so now toss you no anymore. Fancy it will be that Desire do more age in years. Janeves born or born Janeves one year treble.
And J Cooper Nanam who said no. Onya Ballon d'Or. Fancy the only thing a man here difficult between him and Dembele a treble now Paris Saint-Germain J. Yeah. And the first Super Cup no must akodi si omo na so no. And the merge money here difficult the man. If Barcelona had won the UEFA Champions League, and a Nations League here omo ko ball final ya, ojina mo akenye Cristiano Ronaldo therefore ya, I'm telling you Yamal will be the best player of the world at the age of 18 years. Skin color black. Fancy first and second. Truly, Bako making sure that the reputation of France football will lighten up. The other one is showing us this is the beginning of a new era. Now, we could now imagine the Copa Trophy. Now, we could now imagine the Golden Boy Award now. Fancy, but you want it back to back. Signal a trade back up. Say this is a kid who is made for the future. Only born a ball. Now on flop it. Obi obaji Golden Boy ne back kwa. Wuni biem. Mepra performances, inconsistencies, subai bibi atare ho da bi. Akoda we were franchise. Akoda we woni born a ball. And akoda we everything clearly shows that this is the beginning of a new era. But Ballon d'Or the idea obaji.
This is the beginning. Look at the aura and run all the tour. Oje that word in the Kasa. He looks like somebody who is well prepared for the stage. Yeah, said that in Ashe, the Wubeka and robot tanker. You said that in Ashe, them are programming how to do this at this time, how to do this at this particular moment in time. When the Laporta Begavano. According to Oye at every single moment in time. Yesterday he enjoyed it. When Su, one Yashe, one overreacted.
Osako ball Dembele
boss and he's well trained for whatever they have prepared in front of him, and to play second fancy this is not something we should be joking with. especially playing for a club like Barcelona, where I actually believe we say it is not all black players who enter into the team or be a good story when they are leaving the club. We saw the story between Barcelona and Arturo at some point in time. We saw the story between Seydou Keita and Barcelona at some point in time. Even Eric Abidal issues estate. But Akoda Weba, skin color, Diego from La Masia, he picks up the pieces of Barcelona. All of a sudden, he's the second best player in the world at the age of 18 years. Fancy, just imagine, say at this level, on keeping the consistency and more level not born the last season now. What the level not born the last season now? Was money the same thing? Yama more level not born last season now. 18 years, only 24, 25. No Ballon Dor. What the level not born last season now? What the maintain almost a level now. Fancy, and no 24, 25 years. No Ballon Dor. The new argument here, Peter de Bao the year story near say, Spain for honestly, there is going to be an interesting battle between Kylian Mbappe
and Lamine
Yamal. It is true. No correct. Because Kylian Mbappe also 7th. There are issues I will raise it about, especially with your question of the day. Say, Rafinha also fit. Fancy, remember Rafinha numbers now. Because Rafinha the room top 3. But the issue also comes into
again. Numbers, then it means no Sanka Musala so Basro.
No Sanka Musala so Basro. But fancy, the criteria for awarding this particular, you see individual performances. Individual performances in numbers there were impressive performances.
Okay.
Match after match. That is what puts Lamine Yamal in distinct bracket among a lot of players. And the numbers, no, watching 9 league goals, watching say Debbie. But the impressive performances night after night, especially in the league, the Copa del Rey, and come to think of it, the Champions League where they reach the semi-finals. Now you look at Vitinha, the influencer on your fancy. Vitinha the energy, what for individual performances in the cartoon chain say, Rafinha bro Vitinha so. But no credit me fancy. Vitinha J, the Nations League, Mike Meboa. The Nations League now or J, or J the treble. And in most of the games, no be highlighting the importance of Vitinha, the system of Paris Saint-Germain. Say Utuna, and so what to be. But maybe I'm surprised him in a John Neves, the Fabian Ruiz, which I actually believe some commitment bomb Kakra. But Real Madrid having players like Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, how many now of these particular discussions in let's see what next season is going to bring us. But the biggest drop off is Vinicius Junior, who moved from the number 2 position straight down to number 16. Fancy, let me say, Vinicius and come on now. Dear for this past week in America, they will come with our New City are dropping their money in the way are affecting. But it opens the discussion up for a new battle in the Spanish La Liga. What you say to me? Spanish La Liga ni demu sronko. Because of mama yala now Messi ni Ronaldo. Jina ne naswa temwa yasaba benya Karim Benzema ni Lewandowski. Eno so jina mu masisi an twem yese benya yama ne Kylian Mbappe. And the league ni ko different level when it comes to how a man for any city the league na chi. And then Kylian Mbappe goes now wash as here shene nyoma na wo ye no ono so boaboa no ho. But fancy another day for another discussion we'll come and look at how Real Madrid team no it will go on to affect it. But another big winner of the night, and I say Kalafi. And did the attempt papa when your power ni we assure by and me who be that? And I'm 2-2-2 akoto nema. And I'm kofa nema by and I'm to league no. And I'm mama league na Farmers League. Even coaches in penny form other teams are no omuko European football your meetings are no moving at them. So okan will be na UEFA share we be Super League ni issue by. Nipa ba ko Florentino Perez and Laporta and ne ko pay we. I'm saying the year of UEFA. And a Qatar for this cabo, and a Qatar for say football, and a Nkomo bebre. Okofa stars the buy. I think the biggest unveiling I've ever seen in world football. Omo unveili Messi. Omo unveili Sergio Ramos. Omo unveili Donnarumma. Replace Omo unveili Jorginho Wijnaldum. Omo unveili some place when you na that season obi asikai Mbappe name Messi ebeje treble. No, it did not happen. Then he goes back, appoints Luis Campos, appoints Luis Enrique, side with them, say mona team no mobile aye. Munkoye, obi awase mo pamu ni bia mo nya dey. Kylian Mbappe so obeko. Ono na meeting atena say bibia nkomo na ntimi awie. O say obeko then you can go. He supports the new regime, bringing players I was over. The finally football, Messi football, it will always find a way to pay you back. Some season now went to the Champions League now.
Adebia Marcel Bia so no Wababe because Marcel from the Champions League.
No, the Champions League is your mom and a Ballon d'Or. And until PSG nim keke. Fancy what French football nim. Now the investment of Qatar into French football has not gone waste. Now French football and a Ballon d'Or winner. French football and a treble. First now ke teams on the treble Germany meboa. Nations Spain, Italy, England. And the France have become as the first so at some point in time for Netherlands. So you look at the trend of whatever he has restored to French football. It's not only about investment of the field. Because Paris could say, but in terms of football achievement, Enzo Maresca Nyan Trona Wochano, or contenders. Ultimately, can't say, now world champion there. At first, you know, world champion, I become just on your contender. Such stories need to me. Obey pressure, finish so. That is the reason why I sat here and I told you, say, South Trophy now or J, you know, and you're good for Chelsea because one, I left you to a different level. But number two, on one Casano, expectation moves different level. How to cross that barrier? And very important. Sure. Officer or club or cabinet soon as well. A Premier League by force, JC. But say, there are certain trophies you win it as soon as you saw by Osman Dembele say, oh, when you Ballon d'Or no expectation you could different eye. Yeah, Mate, Mr. Medase. My member Mike, Mike and Tuaso. Mike
Fancy, Mr. Medase, Yakupon Shra,
want to me.
Na Obia team, Engina Senior. You ever describe it as a contender even when there are issues. Obia Yankupon Pejo Obia team, the intimidity they be near the share home crying in our daily lives. The Dembele fame, you know, and the Andrew display, you know. There are two things I want to pick from it, two major things. A lot of things I would love to pick from it, but Emre Enyedia, into the few times and the few minutes you've given me, I'm a fan coming, you know, pay. One would have to be family and its essence, especially say you would to be supportive I am in achieving your dreams, fancy easy man. Intini impeni 14 no munyanse momubu bese si ya wo pesi yesu a on chane tentene ye because see na page out draw na mombi inti enche for you to catch up in terms of where you want to go to or the height you want to reach. It is a description of what a support system is. A see just ye wo na ujina so but a bit more build the foundation that was a ujina so unya fapem inti page out the core. There are some families when you emerge from ayana ubediye wa brabom ubediye ni nyesika nkoa babotaye si weni so to achieve it. That support system from the family will propel you there even in difficult circumstances. The only bedin komo the obekana ben. So in Dembele's instance an extended family and an immediate family. And it looks like Dembele coming of age. He's an adult who are mature. He's accepting responsibility. It coincided with when he got married in 2021, when he gave birth in 2022, and then those who have been around him all this while. Usano near one sembia a catcher will fear, but ubu wasuguso. You needed to exploit because a youthful exuberance. But and no sansem ne catch wa oje now de din hujuma sanity advice say ye too kwaya ofa so tie futuo no baby a wadru abamo age so kan ho aya na den say as a teenager adolescent 15 16 years 17 years 18 years 19 years be too for no afa there be ba kakra bi fa we ne so one number 23 24 25 ona oba from kakra. Now you listen more. So Dembele has had this extended family support system around him, but he might not have been listening more. You come to accept a certain level of responsibility. In Dembele's case, marriage, father. Now, the instances I think the two females in his life played crucial roles to get him to where he is. And they say one fancy ayana sons ana babema omo tai ben and nano sin eja. It is interesting. And a baba tie bang eja esin ena. So the male born children and a child, no, or you're very closer to the mother. Inti bibi hana or tiny ne mami din komo. Ebo kompese papa no na so beti.
To say Faisal Amari Mbappe mame eneno.
Exactly.
Veronique Rabiot.
Vinicius nene mame. There are a lot of stories around it. Inti se BBC in Dembele's career.
To me.
To say any ayabe ejuma ye ejuma. If you encounter some difficult moment, you have that one close person in your family you go to. So we a Bema, mostly it is your mom.
True.
Oh my, and I mean it's cool. I say me watch me. A foot 20 in abe free honaba. So in Dembele's closet, in the close circles, the go-to person will be his mother. Until no buy and radiant time. Mame, me mame, baby I dream me that was say. My family, oh me busia. Almost what boy me anom ne omo mo me. Then the important aspect would have to be their one another. Sorry, to have a stable life and have a very successful career. Fancy the one another sorry needs to give you peace and that sanity of mind.